She wants me to feel what she felt. All these
Okay.
different things that I'm feeling in my body is what she's feeling, what she was feeling.
Okay. And is that okay for you? Is it too much?
It's okay.
Maybe see if you can just do your best to really witness her story and her pain, just for her to be seen by you right now.
She said it hurts and she wants somebody to take it all away.
Okay. Are you capable of taking it away? Going Inside is a podcast on a mission to help people heal from trauma and reconnect with their authentic self. Join me, trauma therapist John Clarke, for guest interviews, real-life therapy sessions, and soothing guided meditations. Whether you're navigating your own trauma, helping others heal from trauma, or simply yearning for a deeper understanding of yourself, Going Inside is your companion on the path to healing and self-discovery. Download free guided meditations and apply to work with me one-on-one at johnclarketherapy.com. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Hey, this is John. Just really quick jumping in here to say thanks for checking out this IFS demo. What you're about to see is the second session that I've done with this particular person. And so some of the session is a follow-up from last time, checking in with some parts that we had worked with. And then the session kind of takes off in some totally new directions. We encounter some new parts that are related, but also have separate issues from last time. And we get to know a number of different types of parts. And so you'll see that. And then toward the end, just naturally, there's a bit of an unburdening that happens with multiple parts at the same time. So I hope you find that interesting. A lot of what I was doing was really just trying to go with her and follow her lead and go with her system, because she had a good deal of self-energy. And so that meant that I could trust that the work was pretty safe and she could really lead the session. So that's why this session looks like this, and you'll see me doing a lot less in this session. Yeah, I hope you find it interesting. As always, quick disclaimer, please do not attempt using IFS or doing IFS with real people unless you have formal training and are qualified to use the model. It's really powerful stuff. So yeah, and that being said, this demo is just for educational purposes only. So I hope you learned something, and yeah, thanks for checking it out. Okay, welcome back. Thank you again for doing this. This is our second session here, doing another IFS demo. So for folks just tuning in, this session might make a little more sense if you watch or listen to the last session, but if not, you can just jump right in with what we're doing today. Yeah, that being said, where do you want to start?
Okay. I think I'd like to maybe go with this kind of heavy feeling that I have, which is, I think, that sense of responsibility for other people, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I know last time toward the end, we were working with this 4-year-old part, and there was we were doing some work around, yeah, what can I tolerate in terms of other people's feelings, or when other people have big feelings, is it going to be too much for me? Do I need to shield against it? Can I be around it without taking it on as my own? But I'm curious if you're aware of that 4-year-old part right now, or if you can connect with it at all.
It's feeling more relaxed
Oh,
because
okay.
I've had so many experiences lately of other people's feelings in my body. And it's kind of this little 4-year-old, she's kind of seen that I'm getting better at dealing with it. So it's feeling a little bit, calmer about it all.
Yeah, that seems like a big deal.
Yeah, it's like she's smiling. She's feeling quite, be hopeful or.
Yeah. And as you close your eyes there, what happens?
It's a really quite a strong sensation sort of around the stomach area.
Mm,
Some kind of, yeah, heaviness. It's like I can't breathe all the way into my stomach.
I see. Okay. One idea might be to ask inside if there's a part that is partially blocking the breath. I would also just ask inside if any parts have fears or concerns around doing another demo here with me, or the fact that other people will see this.
It's like a part that is almost, I wouldn't say always there, but it's there a lot of the time. It just kind of sits there a lot.
Yeah.
It's an expectant part. It's like it's sitting there almost like on watch, waiting
Mm.
for somebody to need something, for somebody to want something, for somebody to bring something to me that feels like, oh, I've got to deal with it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Can you ask this part in your belly to tell you more about its job and how it got its job, or the first time it did its job?
It's a restriction in the throat as well. So,
Uh-huh.
mm. Saying people are always expecting something from me.
Mm. Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to say anything. I just have to do what's expected.
Mm. And can you ask the part, what happens if it doesn't do what people expect?
It says I don't want to hurt them. And yeah, so it's that idea that they're going to be upset, they're going to be unhappy. I don't like it when people are unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be the cause of their unhappiness.
I see. Because what would happen then?
feel really bad because I'm nice. I don't want to be horrible to other people.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There's a real sadness coming up.
Hmm.
Kind of around the heart area. It's a real tightness there. There's lots of different sensations, different places.
Hmm. So I want to make room for whatever part needs your help the most today. This part that just said it has concerns about kind of being misunderstood. This part that says I'm nice and I fear being perceived as not nice. Is that more or less right?
No, it's not that I'm afraid of how they will see me. It's that I just don't want to upset other people. It feels bad for me when I upset other people. It doesn't.
I see. Yeah.
It goes against who I am. I want to be kind.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah, I'm someone who doesn't upset other people.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
really heavy. It's like so impossible. I'm feeling it in the head now. It's like possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're always trying to be nice, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it must come at a cost. And I wonder what that cost might be for this part.
Well, when I guess always trying to do what they want, what they need, to figure things out for them.
Hmm.
It's just too much. It's like tiring and doesn't give me enough time and space for me.
Right.
And they just come to expect more always. The more you give, the more they want.
Yeah. Who's they?
Well, right now it's my children, but I guess, when I was little, it was my parents.
Right.
It's just never enough. Parents, grandparents, carers, whoever was looking after me, just always wanted more.
I see. Yeah. Can you have the part tell you more about that? Moments in which, or a moment in which what this part of you was giving was not enough. People only wanted more.
Yeah, something that popped up earlier was like this childminder I had who, sellotaped my hand to the table because this hand was expected to be on the table, not under the table. And it was just one of those things, so many things. Oh yes, and she doesn't eat this, and she should eat that, and she, and oh she's so fussy, and oh she moves too much, oh she's always jiggling, there was always something wrong, always doing something wrong,
Mm.
always trying to figure out what they want for themselves, what they want from me, what's going to make everybody else happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feeling it's like a double whammy because when I don't do what they want or need, I can feel their feelings in my body, and I also feel bad for, not being able to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with all that. It just sits in my body. I can't get rid of it. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Is this the part saying I can't get rid of it? Is it more of you saying I can't get rid of it?
It's my experience now that it's like hard to have it in. Just sits there. Mm.
Yeah. To what degree is this part aware of you right now?
Yeah, I think she could see me.
Yeah. What's that like for her to see you and for you to see her?
She's saying she's sending all these sensations to me. She wants me to feel what she felt. All these
Okay.
different things that I'm feeling in my body, what she's feeling, what she was feeling.
Okay. And is that okay for you? Is it too much?
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe see if you can just do your best to really witness her story and her pain. Just for her to be seen by you right now.
She said it hurts and she wants somebody to take it all away.
Okay. Are you capable of taking it away?
I'm capable of making sure that people treat her well and don't have so many expectations of her.
Hmm.
She doesn't have to feel this way.
Yeah.
And maybe we can play a game, and then in that game we can play a game where she just like gets rid of all the different feelings, all the
Great
different
idea.
sensations.
Yeah. See what she thinks about that idea.
Yeah, I think she likes that idea.
Yeah.
She wants to make it a silly game. It has to be extra silly,
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
like really fun. Be like really creative and just like give the different sensations, like I don't know, make them into silly creatures or something, and then just like talk about how they're going to come out and where they're going to go and what they're going to do, like maybe give them like a story or something, like just make it like a really fun way.
Yeah. I love it.
There's the part of me that's a bit worried because my creativity was stifled, my imagination was stifled, so there's a
Mm.
part of me that's like a little bit worried about being able to imagine creatures and stories like and make it really fun.
Yeah. Well, how stifled does it feel right now?
The little girl really like believes that we can do this,
Yeah.
but there's the other part that says, "But can you really do that?
Yeah.
Can you come up? Oh, it's going to be hard work." Is what the other
Mm.
part says.
Yeah, I get that. And it seems like the little girl has more than enough creativity to go around.
Hmm. She really loves the idea.
Yeah. So maybe just kind of let her lead this moment, and that part that's afraid that you might not have enough access to creativity can hang out nearby or can watch what's happening or could even take part in the game but not have to be responsible for bringing all the creativity.
There's a sense that she wants to like work on each sensation and just get rid of it one by one. But there's
Mm-hmm.
again that kind of block of like coming up with this way of imagining that particular sensation and then just, getting out.
Yeah. So maybe focus on the block for a second. or if there's a part that's blocking or has doubts about how helpful this playing this game could be. Or is it a part that has concerns about the little girl not doing this job of feeling for everyone anymore?
The imagination, a blocked imagination part is like, there's no point in imagining things. Things never change, they never get any better.
Oh, okay. Does that part think you're still back there at that age in mom and dad's house?
In that part, you're saying, yeah, but you see, even as an adult, you just like repeat some of the same patterns, some of the same things. So
I see.
you come up with the same problems.
How true does that feel to you?
Well, it's partly true and obviously partly untrue.
Yeah. Can you just let that part know that you get it and you're working on it? In fact, you actually share the same goal of doing it less.
Yes, that part is stuck in the throat because it really, when I spoke of what it said, it released some of the constriction in the throat.
Mm. Okay. Is there more of that needs to happen? Giving voice to this part in the throat, giving it the microphone or even a megaphone.
Feels like it's having a bit of a tantrum. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm sick of things never changing, like things always being
Yeah.
the same. And,
Yeah.
it's like, stamping its feet and saying, enough. Like,
Yeah. Are you
there's no
sick of it
point
too?
in, yeah, there's no point in imagining anything, I think he's saying. It's like, yeah, it's just, and there's that, oh, they're all about the boring everyday, like, stuff that we have to do all the time. There's no place anyway for imagining things and like going into this silly world. They just think it's silly, it's pointless.
Yeah. Things feel heavy and serious and very
Yeah, everything is
adult.
always, heavy, serious, practical.
Yeah. Yeah. See if you can just let the part know that you get that. That it does feel that way. Maybe you even share in some of its desperation.
Yeah, and again, there's like some grief, some sadness. That's like,
Yeah.
it's almost like imagination. It's like this part is actually imagination, and it's saying, fine, nobody wants me. Fine, then I'll just won't be there. I'll shut down because I'm not wanted. I'm not needed. I'm pointless. So that's how it's going to be. Fine.
Okay.
I
Do
won't
you see
bother.
the part as pointless?
No, I don't. I think
Okay.
it's
Can you let it
amazing.
know? Yeah, let it know you think it's amazing.
I think it's beautiful and
Yeah, let
colourful
it.
and exciting.
Yeah, let it know all of that.
It opens doors and possibilities, and it's kind of like magical and fun.
Yeah. How interested in this part is it of just letting you handle the adult stuff and letting this part just be magical and fun?
So, what was the question?
See if the part's interested in letting you handle the adult stuff in life, the serious stuff, so that this part can just be magical and colorful and fun.
I'm actually asking if it would like to collaborate with me and be all the magical and the fun, the bright and colourful and exciting, and how that would make the kind of the boring everyday things more interesting, actually.
Great.
So I would be really grateful for it being there all the time, or whenever it wants to be there. Just I would really welcome it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it would create lightness inside me, actually. It would feel really light and kind of like, what is it that I'm seeing? It's kind of like, I don't know, a bit like a child kind of skipping and hopping and, like almost not touching the floor, just going ding, 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 really, like this, it feels very light.
Yeah, and how does that lightness feel in your body now?
I am feeling a lot lighter, actually. It does feel like, mm,
Mm,
it's like I'm seeing how this part can also help when I'm dealing with other people's things. When
yeah,
their feelings are coming, I can just bring in the imagination and kind of like let it either take me somewhere else or just look at the situation in a different way, or just be like kind of fun and playful with it, just be a bit silly with it, a bit like, just turn something that seems so serious into something that is actually just a little bit kind of like, it's not really serious, it doesn't really matter that much.
right.
Yeah. Wow. I can really see how this part is really important. It's just,
Mm,
mm,
yeah, let it know that. Let it know that you see
yeah,
how important it is. Yeah,
it can do so much.
yeah. So we got a few minutes left. I want you to imagine inviting all these parts to come into the present with you, into this present moment right now. That could be coming into the room that you're in or somewhere imaginary, wherever it is, as long as it's all the way here in the present and not back there. And just see who wants to come.
Well, the little girl is really excited. She wants to make imagination her best friend.
Okay, great.
They're just like, she's like, oh, if we can play together all the time, that's going to be really cool. And it's like the part that felt heavy, it was like the flip part of the imagination part. So it's the same part, really, but it's like, it's like the blocked imagination is the heavy part. So when the imagination gets to play, it just feels light instead of
Yeah.
feeling heavy.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, so see if you can just allow these parts to find a new home here in the present.
Yeah. They're kind of in the form of we've got this kind of like a teddy, but that's like a humper pet that I used to use with my son when he was little and he'd get angry and he couldn't really communicate. Professor Nutty. Professor Nutty's very funny, and we used to create funny stories. And it's like the little girl and the imagination. They're like getting together, and they're going to be like with Professor Nutty. They can create lots of happy, fun scenes together and have lots of playtime and remind me to let them be there so that they can do their job.
Yeah, wonderful.
Quite excited. I think it's like the three of them. They're just going to be like together.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now that they're
Imagination.
here,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Imagination is a bit like the genie in Aladdin. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Now that they're here, you might make another invitation, which is if any parts want to get rid of anything here, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, or anything inside their bodies they want to get rid of, they might do that separately or all together.
Getting them to we've dumped a big bag of rocks in the stomach. And we've turned it into little lights that are just coming in. Like in that movie Spellbound, where there's all these little lights. They just feel like really nice and kind of making their way up to the throat as well. They're going into the throat area. Just in the throat, they're music notes. Music notes.
Oh, wow.
They can just come out with notes. Feels very playful. Feels quite fun.
Yeah,
Feels
absolutely.
really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of be there with them and they can get rid of whatever percentage they want to get rid of, that they're ready to get rid of. And as a last offering, you might also see if they want to replace with anything. what they got rid of, if they want to replace anything in that space,
Yeah, no,
installing new qualities. Mm-hmm.
it's like now, like, yeah, the music notes and the lights are replacing what was there before. So it's like they've taken the place of what was there. They've kind of, it's like pebbles in my throat, just getting rid of all those pebbles and things that are just not there. Putting some music notes instead, making them dance as well. They're dancing music notes. And lots of little lights in the stomach. They're just like little bubbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're already doing it on their own.
Bubbles filled with air. It feels very, very light.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. So you might just ask, before we wrap up, ask inside what these parts might need or want from you as a follow-up after today.
I just really want me to remember them when I am kind of dealing with other people's feelings or expectations or whatever. Just remember that it's just turn it into something fun, playful, creative, whatever. Just
I see.
Bring them into play, basically.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, can you let them know you'll do that?
I'm telling them they can start singing a really loud song in my head, just
Great.
to remind me. Yes.
Yeah, be as musical as they want.
Yeah.
Great.
That's good.
Thank you again for doing this again today.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate
You're so welcome.
this.
Yeah, you're very welcome. We'll end the recording. We'll debrief for a couple minutes, but thank you again. Thanks for listening to another episode of Going Inside. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe wherever you're listening or watching, and share your favorite episode with a friend. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at John Clarke Therapy, and apply to work with me one-on-one at johnclarketherapy.com. See you next time.